Okay, I am back. I have all my burlap cut, and I am going to start with the longest pieces, and those will go right up in here, in these two sections where I have marked on here 27 inches. So I will start with one of them, and what I'm going to do is you can see how this part is a little, it's poking out. That's where the ribs are. So we're going to make that the front of our wreath so the back is smoother. So I'm going to turn it around, and I'm going to see the way it's curled in, that I'm going to go right up in here into the second from the outside. And then I'll put a little zip tie in, because I just like the little added security. Some people don't do it. I do. And then when I get done, I'll clip them all off. Then I take them, and I'm going to push it toward me. With this hand, I'm going to pull it. And with my right hand, I'm just going to keep it holding tight. Pull and hold. Pull and hold, pull and hold, pull and hold, and just keep pulling it and making it tighter. And it doesn't have to be horrible tight, just snug, because you don't want it to be too tight to where it doesn't fluff and it just looks all tight. And let's turn this out here. And most people do this, I don't know, I'll show you another way they do it, and you can choose yourself. Then I'll take this, take another zip tie, put this in here, then I kind of scooch it out and make it all fluffy. And it's funny, some of them, like this one, seems a bit more loose, but you just never know when you're dealing with, manufacturing. You can't make everything the same. Then I'll go in here with another, fold it in. I put it right up against that other one. Pull it, add the zip tie, and do the same thing. Just pull it and hold it. In fact, I did that in the wrong one. Let me fix that right quick. I like mine a little fuller. You can do it right up against it, or you can do it in the second and the fourth, or the inner ring and then the second to the outer. You see people saying, they number them, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I just make it to where it's full, and I like it full. I've seen them to where they make them right up against each other to where it's so tight you can't get these, you can't pull it out, and you can't fluff it, and it just kind of crams it all together. So we'll keep doing this. Most of the time I'm sitting down, just holding it in my lap, relaxing, watching a little TV while I do this. Because once you get started, it's really not hard. And because I've already cut it into pieces. It's when it was one long piece and you've got it going everywhere, I just wasn't making me very happy. And see how this one's tighter than the top one? I got to snug this down a little bit, which it'll be fine. Because if we had to measure each branch, each wire section, and cut it to fit, we'd be cutting 8 sections times 2. We'd be cutting 16 different lengths probably, because it's not uniform ever. And then at the end, you see this, we'll come back and we'll fluff it, and where these are all stuck together kind of, because it's material and it sticks together, you know, we'll fluff these out. But we'll go ahead and we'll take another one. Making a little U there. Get our zip tie. And sometimes, you know, you don't have to do it all at the same time. Don't have to clip those. Sometimes I wait till the end and then do them all at once. Once you know, just pull and hold, pull and hold. See, this one's a little tighter than that other, a little smaller than that other top one. So it's a little tighter, but not much. I've tried to get them to where they all can fit. And I think as we get along, we might find 1 or 2 that we might have to trim off a little bit. But it's easier to trim it off than it is to add to it. That's nice and snug in there. I'll come around and do this one. And I'll show you how I've seen other people do it too. It might be a little easier for me, but it's for you. But this way is easy for me, especially when I'm sitting down and I've got it sitting in my lap and holding it, you know, kind of like between my legs and propping it up against my chest. But right now I'm just trying to show you up close how now let's do it this way, and you can kind of see what I'm doing here on the back. And then I'll show you from the front. And this one's really tight, so I'm going to have to give this a snug, I think. I don't think I'm going to cut this one. This will go in to the very last one. Stick a wire tie in. There we have it. Okay, now the next section, and normally I'll just start going the whole way around here. So we'll do a 21, which is the next. It's the smallest. This is my 26, 24, and the 21s are at the very end. And we'll turn it like this, so once again you can see He's snugging it. I don't think I'd really rather want to snuggle in any burlap, but you know. This is a softer burlap, but you can use the kind at Walmart. I quit using theirs because it was so hard to find. And the different colors, because they used to come out with some at Christmas, and then they'd come out with some of these for Valentine's in the summer, you know. So then we had 2 different shades of red, and you wanted to keep the colors consistent, and you were trying to match tags, and then it was who had what, and going to because every Walmart wouldn't carry a whole lot. They might have 4 or 5 rolls of red. And it takes about almost 3 rolls, not quite 3, to do one of these larger Valentines. Now, if you got your, one of those at Dollar Tree or something like that, probably wouldn't take as much. But I don't use those because I like these heavy duty frames that are very thick and they're big. These are the biggest frames I could find in a heart shape, because I found that a lot of the Dollar Tree ones, once you get all this burlap in there, almost look like a circle. And that wasn't what I wanted to give my customers. And so I think a lot of customers like that once I get done, put a big bow on it, it still looks like a pretty heart. But the burlap at Walmart has very, very larger holes, I guess you'd say. Let me show you. See, when you look at it like this, it almost looks like a net. But this is almost like a fabric. You can still see it through it a little bit, but it is, as you can see, a lot different. Get it up close and personal there. I have a little tag in there so I know what color that one is, if I ever need it for something. Let's snag this one in there. This is where it gets a little tight. I'm going to try and move this a little bit closer to me so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I can hold it up close to me and get some grip on it, because I think this is going to be a little tighter here. So I just pull it up in here. Because sometimes some of these sections I found, they may be as much as an inch or 2 off from what I've cut. And then sometimes I could probably use another inch on one of them or so. So I think the outside dimensions are fine. It's just where they weld the little crossbars in there. And I think we are just about to get that one. Yeah, we did. And then sometimes I like to kind of pull it back in, down in there. There we go. Okay, and then the next section is a 26, the next biggest. Now see, some people will do it like this. And I'll show you this other way. And this is how they do it. They'll pull it like this. Which is how they do it if they're doing a big roll. A lot of them that I've seen. And that's fine too. But I like to hold the back of it. And keep it in position instead of keeping, maybe it's just coordination to me. I can't get it. I can't do it as well as some. So it's, I think it's always your own personal preference. How comfortable you are doing it, holding it in your lap. laying it on a table, standing it up on end. It's all in what you want. See, I can't hold it tight enough that way to get it all like it ought to be. That's why I kind of like to hold it. Hold, pull it out and push, and pull it out and push. Put some in there. There we go. And now we have that one. And it really doesn't take long when you're relaxing with it, you know. And that's what crafts should be. They should be relaxing and enjoyable. And here's another 26. I think this is 26. Let's hope I'm doing the 26 one. Wouldn't that be horrible? Yep. And I always put the curl and kind of curl it the way it's naturally curling. Hope everybody is having a nice day. It's pretty here today. I think it might be a little chilly outside. I hadn't been out there. I still have a few Christmas lights to get down, but they're clear, so I don't think anybody can see them. I hope not. This one's going to be a little tighter. There we go. Give it a good yank right there. Pull it through. Let's twist this around the right direction. There we go. Got a different one there. And I knew that one was going to break. Okay, now the next section is a 24. This one right here. And as you can see, we're just about halfway done. Oops. Wrong wire. There we go. And it doesn't have to be any, you want to get it, you know, 1/4 inch in, 3/8. You can even do it 1/2 inch. It's just kind of an anchor to it. Now it's just flat and I'm, whoops, don't get caught on there. Just crawling up the edge here. Move it out. And it needs another. And it's odd to me because, I don't know, conceptually, this side looks longer than this. But trying to fit 24 inches into this is sometimes a little tighter. I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining it. And I hope making this video will help you if you don't get done in time. You can take it home and do it. Let's see, 24. It's right here. And you don't feel pressed to get it done while you're relaxing here and enjoying some conversation. And so you can watch it on your phone. And, you know, in the future, if you see something you want, some colors of burlap in a circle, maybe you want to do a light blue, one of an ocean blue. Some of these are very pretty, made from, like, seashells. What do I want to say? An ocean theme. And you put a layer of the brown burlap on the outside of the circle, you know, just with some of the circle frames, and some of the sea blue on the inside. And then decorate it with some shells that you get from Walmart has them, Dollar Tree has them, you know, just with some seashells or a cute little sign with a burlap bow. Be really cute. A bright yellow with maybe some bumblebees on it in the springtime. So it's, they all work about the same way, you know, I think these are cut, you know, it kind of runs about, let's see, these are around the anywhere from 5.5 to 6 inches wide. So I would go, you know, sometimes 5 times that. 5 times whatever you measure. And see if it works. And just cut one. See if it works. If it doesn't, especially in a circle, they should all be the same. But, you know, manufacturing, they're not going to be. And, you know, cut one, see if it works. And I would cut a little longer. You know, even go, if it's 5 inches, cut it 30. And then if you put it in and you got to cut a couple inches off, now you know, cut them at 27. And then cut them all like that. You might have to trim 1 or 2, but if it's snug, then you know it's going to work. And you can do it for any size. I think they have some seashell frame, or no, starfish frames at Dollar Tree. And they have some square ones, like a window. So, and of course the circles. And at Christmas time, the candy canes. Sometimes you can take some just plain burlap, wrap them around it, just wrap. And then you add florals to that burlap. And that's pretty. You stick the stems into the burlap if you have a little hot glue gun. It's all in what you want and what you can dream up. But these I like to keep simple, and I think everybody likes it because Valentine's Day really is just a day. Even though the Christmas season, everybody celebrates it longer. Valentine's Day, really, maybe for the week. You put stuff up prior to that. And then you go straight into springtime. Or unless you're like to celebrate the Irish, then you do a leprechaun wreath, something in green to celebrate St. Patty's Day. And I read where Dollar Tree, and I've seen it, them getting a bit more. And there's certain stores in certain areas that tend to have a little bit more craft items than others. And of course, Facebook and YouTube are a plethora of ideas, both for rustic looks. There's one girl that does a burlap wreath that is so elegant. I mean, it's just beautiful. And you wouldn't realize it, you know, a burlap, but the way she does it, it does take longer. She cuts out, she wraps and she cuts and she attaches them with floral pins, and it turns out beautiful. But you have to think too, the longer, you know, if you're one of those that just don't want to fool with it, you know, and by doing these, you kind of realize that, you know, when you see people that's online where their wreaths are, you know, some of them are run up into the hundreds of dollars. You yourself can judge how much time you've spent, the time you've spent doing it, not including you know, your materials. Ribbon is expensive. I never use Dollar Tree ribbon. Just don't do it. I have some from Sam's, and I quit buying that because it's not as good. But, you know, you can spend, on average, some of the thinner ribbon, the 1.5 inch. This one's going to be tight. Give it a little snug. You know, $4 to $5 a roll. Some of the other ribbon can be, you know, your standard 2.5 inch can run from $6.95 to $8.95. I was going to put this ribbon on one wreath to see how it looks. I haven't done it yet, but I thought it would be so cute on one of these Valentine ribbons. How pretty is that? How cute would that look on this? We'll see. Now we're down to the last two. But there's some I've seen people buy. And, you know, it's just not me. It's not... I can't afford it. And I don't know it. I don't know people that can. I don't belong to a country club. I don't have fancy stuff, but that ribbon is, you know, they'll spend $50 and $60 and $90 and hundreds of dollars more on this ribbon, but some of it's jeweled, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's pretty, but not to hang on my door. But that's me. We all want something pretty, and then we all want something nice. But you know, we also have to be practical, I think. And we are coming down to the wire, as they say. And this really didn't take long. This video is only about, we're going to be a little over 30 minutes. to do this whole wreath. We haven't fluffed it yet. We haven't put on the ribbon, but after the Christmas one, I thought we could all use something a little simpler to get us just for the Valentine's Day. And some people like hearts. I just had somebody ask me if I could just sell them one without the ribbon. They didn't want the Valentine hearts. They just wanted a heart wreath. Or maybe they wanted to put their own embellishments on it. Maybe you want to buy some. You could feasibly even, I don't know, find a little bear with holding a heart and wire it into the center. That'd be cute for somebody you love. And this last one in here. It's getting a little tight in here with 4 levels coming together, 4 sections, but we can do it here. Pull it through, push it, and then we have it. We have all these attached. You can cut these, pull them real tight, fairly tight. You don't want to tear them, tear your nails. And then just go through. You can cut them with your scissors. Snap them all off. Let's push that one out. I put little containers on each table. Please put your clippings in them. We don't want to leave a mess for somebody else to clean up. Please, they'll appreciate it and ask us back, because we always like to get invited back. Clip, clip, clip. Here we go. That one. Scooch this one in there. Okay, for some reason I had to start that over, or make another section. And here we go. We're done. So now we will just want to fluff it. Just kind of fluff these out a little bit, just gently. This is Valentine. You want it pretty and fluffy and frilly because you've got ruffles here. Ruffles are frilly. Nice and romantic ruffles. And I like this. And another reason I think I told you on the other video is I like them because they come to a point here. I like that. I want them to do that. Like a heart that you draw, that you learned to draw when you were little. So there we have it. Then I'll take about 30 inches. I think that kind of works for this. Put the two ends together. And then bring these two ends together. Make a little knot toward the end. Then I just take the loop, bring it up through here, And down through the other side. Hold on to this so you don't pull it out. Up 2, bring it through. Pull that. You've got your hanger. Then we take our bow. I've already fluffed this one. And you can find wherever you want to put it. You've got the, we'll wrap around the chenille stamps. You can put it at the, okay, as I was saying, before that one cut off, we can put our bow on this side, the other side, center. You can move it to the bottom of the bow. Bottom of the wreath is cute. You know, anywhere is fine. Some people have double doors. If you do, that's not a problem. I do have kits with me if you want to buy another one. And make it in the comfort of your home for your double doors. You can hang these, because these aren't as big and fluffy and everything else, you can hang them, be pretty in a bedroom if you decorate that for Valentine's Day. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. It didn't take that long. And I hope this is easy. Ask me any questions. I'm here till we get done. Have a great evening. Bye.